Hi guys, it's Sarah and I am here to show you my Week in the Life kit that I'm going to be working with for Week in the Life this year, which starts next week actually. Starts on the 17th and goes to the 23rd, so I'm going to be doing that along with Allie Edwards. This is the Allie Edwards official Week in the Life kit that I purchased, so I wanted to kind of show you what is in the kit and what I'll be working with, and then I'm going to move into actually setting up my album for the week. I'm going to pre-do as much as I can. That way throughout the week, all I have to do is really print pictures and do journaling and things like that. So I got this album. This is a 6x8 handbook, and it's really cute. It's white and it has the days of the week in black letters. I just thought it was a really cool graphic. And inside it has different page protectors. So we have the full 6x8 page protector. So just one large. There's 7 of these, so I'm probably gonna use one for each day. And then a new thing this year is really cool is these 3x8 page protectors. So they can work almost like dividers for the start of each day. So I think that's really, really cute. I really like that. It's gonna give the album nice variety. And I believe there's 7 of those as well. And then we have the 4x4s here. So there's 4 3x4 pockets. And there is also these 4x6, so 2 4x6s, one on top, one on bottom. And then a new one this year are these cool 2x2s. So you can fit 3, 6, 9, 12. So 12 pictures or embellishments or anything like that that you want in here. And that's really cool. So that's a new one that they didn't have the past years. So I'm excited for that. So that is the album and the page protectors. I'm gonna kind of probably try to use 1 or 2 for each day and kind of have that ready to go. And this is the actual kit here. And it comes in this really cool pouch. And I'm seeing a lot of people actually punching holes in this and then including it in their album, like in the back, to kind of hold extra stuff. One girl actually cut the bottom off a little bit because this is a little bit taller than 6x8, so if I put it in my album like that, it'll stick up a little bit, which wouldn't bother me. But she actually cut off the bottom of it and then just kind of sewed it closed again, punched holes, and then she's going to put it in sideways like this in her album. So I thought that was cool too. So I will probably end up doing something like that as well, because it has, you know, it has the little graphic on there and everything as well. So I'm probably going to include that in my album towards the back. Okay, so here is what we got in the kit. So the coolest thing I think is this 3x8 paper pad, so to go along with the dividers that are in there. And some of them have, like this one has, my cover came off, but this one has 2 3x4 cards. So all I have to do is cut this in half, and then I have 3x4 cards. And there's one for each day of the week, and then there's that one says favorites, this one says this. So there's Monday through Wednesday, and then just some graphic cards on the bottom as well. And they're only one-sided, but that's okay. So it goes through every day of the week here. This one has today's weather, what's cooking, a fun little prompt one, just a fun little good morning one there. So lots of fun stuff. He said, she said, top 10. The story of this week, that would be a great starter card. And then it goes into solid prints. So the solid prints are 3x8 size, so these are designed to go into the 3x8 slots. If you wanted to, you could cut these in half as well and use them as 3x4, but I'm gonna use these as for the 3x8s. But look how cute those are, guys. Aren't they cute? And then it goes into these as well, which I will use in the 3x8 slots. So these will probably be the start of each day, and then you know, back them with the pattern papers. But it has morning, afternoon, and evening, and this is a fun thing that I could just fill out at the end of the day or throughout the day if I want to, just kind of highlights of what happened every day. And there's 7 of those, and then you just circle it on top whatever day you're talking about. So I love this. I think that's awesome. It also comes with these really cool perforated little word. I'm trying to get my light to stop reflecting off everything. But if you can tell, they're perforated, so you just tear them off. And they're just little, you know, strips of stuff. So what I really like in here is there's an alphabet one. There's an off to school, which is perfect because my kids start school on the 17th. So just all sorts of fun stuff. There's a gym flow, which is cool because I'm going to be going back to the gym. So just a lot of really fun things that I can just, you know, tear off and use as I want to. And these would be great for project life afterwards as well, whatever I have left over. And these are gold, if you couldn't tell. There's also a white alphabet sticker here. Yeah, there we go. It's hard to tell with my light, guys, I'm sorry. These are some yellow, just little labels that are printed on there that you can use as headers for anything you want. These are some teal and yellow and white stickers. These are labels as well. Washi tape with gold stars on it. Super cute. And then we are getting into the package stuff. Let me show you the stamps real quick. These are stamps that I can use as prompts for anything as well. So it has a lot of really good things on here, including reading, which I'll definitely be using, so I'll document when I'm reading. And there's one that says a hard day, because you know what? Sometimes we have hard days. So I like that. Okay, so into these little packages here, I really also like these Week in the Life circle things here. I'm gonna try not to, you know what, I'm gonna do this because I'm afraid I'm gonna tear it. I would like to probably use this on the spine somehow. Stick it on the spine and use it for my album title there. Okay, so these are just some white plastic numbers. Allie usually numbers her days. You know, she'll do, you know, day 1, Monday, day 1, day 2, day 3. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna use these and spell out 2015 for my title, and then just use the rest of them throughout the album if I need to, and if not, I can just save them for another project. I'll always be able to find numbers for something, but that is probably what I'm gonna do. Actually, my husband turns 34. He was born in 1981. Yeah, he turns 34 on the 19th, so maybe I'll use that, and then I'll use 2015 for the, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yes, okay, cool. So that's my plan for the numbers here, at least for a couple of them. And then the rest, if they don't get used, you know what, I'll find another use for them in another project, so I'm not gonna stress out about that. So these right here are some chipboard embellishments, lots of different shapes. So there's stars and arrows and hearts and geotags, and some of them are printed. Sorry, that is not even close to where it needs to be. And if you can tell, those are actually backwards. So it has the days of the week, but they're backwards, so that's kind of funny. These are right way. I'm not stressed out about that though. Okay, and you know, a couple of these arrows have them as well, so they all just have, you know, if they're printed, it has the days of the week, just like the beginning of the album, and then the others are solid. And then last but most definitely not least are these wood veneer days of the week, which I will use for each day as well. I haven't decided if I'm going to leave them wood or if I'm gonna actually try to color them. I may try to ink them up or something like that. We'll have to see. But yeah, these are great as well. So I'm definitely going to use these for the beginning of each day of the week. So this is the kit that I'm working with, and I'm really, really excited to get started on it. I'm going to go ahead and get my album at least put together and have my page protectors put in and you know, things like that. I have a general idea of what's going on each day so far right now, and I'm sure, you know, there will be stuff coming up that I'm not expecting as of right now, but I can at least get my page protectors all put together, and I'm gonna have it kind of go in the same order-ish, just to make it a little bit easier on myself. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started and get this album put together. That way next week on the 17th, I'll be ready to get up and start taking my pictures, and at the end of every night, I'm gonna print my pictures out. I'm gonna use my Canon selfie for the smaller 4x6 and 3x4s, and then I may end up printing a large 6x8 for each day as well, whatever my favorite picture is or whatever is the best representation of that day. But I'll print that out on my big computer printer. But yeah, so that's my plan. I'm very, very, very excited. I will leave a link in the description for Allie Edwards' website where she has the information for this project. So if you want to see it, I'm not sure if they have any kits left or not. This is something that I did pre-order, but if there are kits left, you could go ahead and get one, and you could either save it for next year or you can do a week in the life whenever you feel like doing it. You don't have to do it when Allie does it. I'm choosing to, just because it's going to be a good week for us. But yeah, so you can go check out the project if you haven't heard of it. And yes, I'm very excited. So I'm gonna speed you up and we're gonna go ahead and get this album put together. Okay, so what I did here is I actually pulled a few things from my stash that I thought would go along nicely with the album, and I am going to go ahead and I am going to, I put them in a little egg crate, ceramic egg crate thing from Anthropologie that I got a while ago. So they're just gonna sit on my desk with my supplies and I'll kind of pull from there when I need to, but I plan to use all of those up. So what I am doing here is I'm dividing up all the page protectors into the different sizes that they are, and I'm just going to go in a certain order, and I'm going to have the album, each day is going to have the same, one of each page protector, and I'm going to kind of go in the same order. So I'm just lining them up and picking them up, so they'll be ready to go. And then for the two page protectors that are the 2x2 slots, I'm going to use one on Monday and one on Sunday. So one in the beginning of the week, one at the end of the week. And the one on Sunday may be like my closer. But Monday's going to be a pretty big day. We start school and the girls start their dance classes. So I think I'm going to have a lot to include on Monday. All right, so I'm going to start working on these wood veneers here. And I've decided I'm going to take a gold gelato and I'm just going to color it in. So I'm just rubbing my gelato straight onto the wood. And then I'm going to go back with my fingers and kind of just press the color in and smudge it and make sure it stays colored and get all the creases and everything like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And that gelato I got in a pack that I purchased at Michael's a while ago. But I don't use gelatos enough, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to use these. And I have a gold one, so it turned out perfectly. So I just kind of have to use my fingers and kind of smudge the color in and kind of press the color in a little bit there. So I'm going to do a couple of these here. And then now they're all done. And you can see the leftover color that came off of my gelato there on the plate. So I'm just going to wipe that off and wipe off my fingers because they're all gold now. And I'm going to set those aside to kind of dry up a little bit. And even when they do dry, they still, if I run my finger across them, some color will come off. So I'm going to think for a little bit on how I'm going to kind of seal that color in there so it doesn't come off of my page protector at all. All right, so sorry guys, I keep hitting my camera because I haven't been at my desk for like 3 weeks and I don't know. I don't know what's going on with, I had to kind of get a different type of a setup, and I think my chair sits closer to my tripod now, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure something else out because I hit it more often than I ever did before. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and work on my opening page. I ended up having 8 of those 6x8 page protectors, which was great because it gave me a 6x8 page protector for my title page. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on that right now. I found this Dear Lizzie ruffle paper that I have had in my stash for years. I don't even remember when that paper came out, but it's been years. So I found it in my stash when I was kind of looking to see what I could use for my opening page, and I was like, perfect. So I cut down a 6x8 block of that ruffle paper there, and I'm using the washi tape that came in the kit, and I'm going to use a little bit on the top and a little on the bottom, and I just tore it straight down the middle so it has a little bit of an edge of it to kind of echo the ruffle paper as well. And then I'm going to use this little teal doily that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I decided to go ahead and use these numbers from the kit to spell out 2015. And then I'm also going to use that gold glitter heart over the 0, and the glitter heart came in my stash as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put a tiny bit of adhesive on each one of these and then get the sticker down, and then I'm actually going to take it over to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew a line straight through it so it helps hold everything together. And I got something on the back of that 5 there and I could not figure it out. It was like stuck in my adhesive and I was trying to get it out. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to take that over to my sewing machine and sew a line straight through it. There it is. I'm going to go ahead and pull the string both strings through the back here. Got that little tip from Jen Scal. She does that all the time, so I started doing it as well. Just use a little bit of washi tape on the back to keep it secured. And that is going to be my cover page. Let me get that in there carefully because the ruffles like to catch on the edge of the page protector there. And then on the back, I'm gonna do, I'll do like almost like another cover page. I have a good picture of the four of us that we took a couple days ago. So I'm gonna print that out soon and kind of do like a little family picture in the very beginning, and then Monday will start right after that. So I went ahead and took out all of the 3x4 cards here, and I'm just cutting them down so that they are true to size and they're ready to go in the album whenever I'm ready to use them. So I'm just going to go through and cut all these down. Sorry if you can hear my kids. They are playing Disney Infinity right now. They are very excited to go back to school, as am I. But don't tell them that. Okay, so I have all those down, cut down, so I'm ready to go on those, and just kind of deciding what to start doing here. So I decide I'm going to go ahead and get this done. So I'm going to go ahead and pull all these off because I know that I'm going to have the front part of these page protectors be a pattern, and then the back part be the little daily prompt things there. And then I decided I'm going to go ahead and use the wood veneers to mark the days as well. And I pulled out these pink paisley numbers here. This is from their Bella Rouge line, and I have a 2 and a P, and I'm going to put those up there in front because Kaylin and Layla both start school on Monday. Kaylin starts 2nd grade and Layla starts preschool. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in there because I'm going to use those next to their first day of school pictures. So I just want to make sure I don't forget to use them. So I'm going to go ahead and get all these 3x8s in here because I know for sure that that's going to be happening. And I don't have specific patterns for whatever day. Like, I don't really care about that much. So I'm just putting them in as I grab them. I am going to use the ampersand for Sunday because that's kind of like and Sunday. So that's the only one I really paid attention to. All the other ones, just wherever they land is where they're going to go. So I have all those ready, and I have that little flare button that says the fam, so I'm kind of putting that stuff in that page protector right there because that's where I'm going to put a family picture, so I want to make sure I don't forget to use that. So now I'm thinking about these, and I decided the color was still smudging off if I ran my finger over it, and I knew that if I put it in a page protector, it would smudge off on the page protector. So I'm going to emboss it with some clear embossing powder, so that it kind of seals in. Not only does it make it shiny, but it seals in the color and it won't come off on anything. And I am probably the world's worst embosser, so I was kind of nervous doing this because I don't know, I'm not good. And at one point, I'm pretty positive I spill embossing powder all over my desk. I might have cut that part out, but seriously, like, it's ridiculous. So I have an embossing ink pad here, and it's not the best, but it ends up working, but I have to really like press my wood veneer into it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get these done. I'm only gonna do a few right here so that you can just kind of see how I'm doing it. But yeah. So I'm just making sure I get the embossing powder on right away so that the ink doesn't start drying before I can get the embossing powder on. And they're all done now, so now I'm taking them with my tweezers and I'm getting all the excess. Yep, there goes my embossing powder all over my desk. I was so mad. Stuff is like glitter, it gets everywhere. So I just tapped off all the excess, and I'm going to get the rest of this put back into my jar, and then I cleaned up my desk, and now I'm going to take my heat tool and I am going to melt the embossing powder. And it turned out really, really nicely. See, world's worst embosser, let me tell you. do like the end result of it though, so it was definitely worth it. They're nice and shiny and the gold stands out nicely, so I'm happy with it for sure. And now I'm thinking about what else I can do to prep my album, and I'm also watching Wayward Pines, so I'm probably paying attention to my iPad right now. Let's be real, I'm watching Wayward Pines right now. So I'm checking to see if those are ready to go, because I think I just want to go ahead and get them put down, so I'm going to do that. So what I decided to do is I decided to take a piece of this washi tape for each day, and I'm going to kind of place it horizontally along the piece of pattern paper there, and then I'm just going to attach the wood veneer along the washi tape. And you know it's been a while since you scrapbooked if your adhesive is not coming out very well. So I kind of have to fight with it a little bit to get the flow going again. So I really like the way that looks. I haven't decided if I'm going to add anything else to it. I think I'll just make that decision as I'm working through the week. So as of right now, I'm good just leaving it like that. And if I want to add anything later, I can always do that. And I'm kind of alternating where I'm putting them so that they're not all piling up at the same spot in the album, because that's going to get really, really bulky. So for Tuesday, I put it down a little bit farther than the Monday was, and then I'll go down for Wednesday as well. I'm just going to kind of do that. And I'm messing with my iPad because I think I was ready to start another episode, so I'm getting the settings there. And then for Wednesday, I'll put it down lower than Tuesday's was, so you kind of get the drill. I'm just kind of making sure that they're not all going to be sitting right in the same spot and have it be completely bulky. Plus, it gives you good variety as well, so. So I'm going to do this one, and then I'll skip ahead a little bit, but you get the main idea of what I'm doing here. And then last one is Sunday, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so I have all that ready there, and then I'm gonna go through my cards and just kind of think about if I want to really start putting anything in yet, and I decided I'm gonna at least do these right here because I'm definitely gonna use these for each day, and I'll probably just use that to either journal about whatever pictures I put in next to them, or just something big that I want to remember that day, and I'll put the date on it along the bottom. I don't think I'm going to do the time at all, but I could cover that up with stickers or, whatever I need to, so. And so I'm good to go with that, and then I turned off the camera and went, wait, I want to do the spine. So I pulled the little piece of paper out from the spine there, and I am going to put some of this washi tape on it on both sides because it wasn't quite wide enough. So I'm just covering both sides of it, and then I'll trim it down. And then I'm going to cut out that week in the life from the plastic there. And then I'm going to put it over, I'm going to put it onto the label there and then kind of trim it down. And I like the way it looks. So I'm trimming it. I don't want to pull the sticker off of the plastic because I'm afraid it's going to rip. So I'm just going to keep the plastic on, and then my ATG stuck to it nicely. So. And then I'm just going to trim it down and stick it in, and that'll be it. So my album's ready to go. I'm going to get started on Monday, so I will update throughout the week, probably 1 or 2 videos next week, and kind of show you how I'm doing. Thanks for joining me today, guys. See you later. Bye.